So what's up, everyone? My name's Clint, and I want to tell you a little story. My son and I, he's 18 years old now, but he was 13 years old at the time. This was back in 2015. We were on a very long road trip. I think we took 5 weeks. That was our first really long road trip. And so in the middle of the road trip, we ended up in Yosemite in I think it's called Tuolumne Meadows. Yeah, it's really high. It's like 10 or 11,000 feet, and it's a campground you can drive to. And so we were hanging out, having a good old time, and one morning we woke up. There's a little like a little deli or a little store there, and where hikers sent their boxes. There was boxes everywhere along the walls. I didn't understand what the boxes are for. And so we got breakfast, and my son and I walked out to the beautiful little meadow, and there's a couple rocks there. We had our breakfast sandwich sitting there on the rocks. It was a beautiful morning. It's a nice thick trail, probably about that wide, just winding through the middle of it, and it just kept going. And we walked on and that was a Pacific Crest trail. And we walked on it for, I don't know, a couple minutes and sat down, and that's it. So as we were having our breakfast, this dude walks up, and I don't know his name. I never got his name, I don't believe. Maybe I did. But we started talking, and he told me that he was in the middle of a thru hike with his girlfriend that had actually, she had hurt her leg. She broke her leg around the 300-mile mark. And he said he was in the middle of his hike on his way to Canada. 2,600 miles. He was only 940 something miles through. And it blew my mind. I had never considered a thru hike. I'd never even heard of a thru hike. Met a thru hiker, and I had a lot of questions for him. And the biggest one was, how can you even afford it? I mean, gosh, to take off work for 5 or 6 months and do that is just, it's insane, I think. So he said he was he worked on an oil rig off of Texas, and he didn't have any rent or car payments, I guess, so he worked on there, saved his money, and then he said he played every summer. He worked there in the winter, play every summer. And so that was a little tiny seed that stuck in my head. We talked a little longer, and I don't know, didn't really come up until probably a year and a half ago, the beginning of the pandemic, I guess. And here I am, and now I want to hike the Pacific Crest Trail. So this is my announcement to the world that I'm going to hike the Pacific Crest Trail in 2022, starting in April, and I'm going all the way unless I get hurt. So peace out, and I'll send another video, a gear video, which are some of my favorite things to see on YouTube. I follow all the big ones, and I'm excited, so I'll see you later. Bye. So let me tell you a little bit more about myself. My name's Clint. I'm from Miami. I live in Miami, and I've been a Miami native my whole life. I got a little bit of an accent from my mom. She grew up in North Carolina, and I guess I picked up a little bit of it. We used to go visit there in the summer times, and in Appalachia, and it's a really beautiful place. So I'm an elevator guy, and I have been for 15 years, elevator mechanic, and I'm 51 years old. I've been hiking around kind of getting ready for it, hiking around the neighborhood for the last year or so. And I'm up to about 6 miles, 5.5, 6 miles a day with a pack on. And it's feeling pretty good. So I'm out here right now. I'm in Austin, Texas, at a little park called McKinney Falls State Park. Cool little pond in the backcountry. And just testing out my gear, you know, a little shakedown hike. Last night was the first time I slept in my tent in below freezing weather. So it was 28 degrees, and I threw my Sawyer filter in the sleeping bag with me, and it worked out fine. I have a 20-degree UGQ and an air mattress, an air pad, an Uber light, and it was a good combination. But I don't like my pillow situation. I'm gonna have to figure out a more comfortable pillow setup. So I don't know if there's anything else you want to know. Let me know. I'll see you later. Bye.